Wade Barrett just dropping an absolute nuke on John Cena, saying that if Wade Barrett doesn't win this match, he's going to fire John Cena. It's all about the WWE Championship. Ironically, on a night where it's about bragging rights, this match is so much more. It's about the biggest prize in this industry. Orton, who is riding the biggest wave, rather say surfing the biggest wave of momentum. Meanwhile, for Barrett, he and the Nexus have been causing absolute chaos and destruction to the WWE since its inception. They have ruined major moments, taken over some of the biggest matches over the past year. And for Randy Orton, he would love nothing more than to get rid of Wade Barrett. Randy Orton is as vicious, as maniacal as he's ever been. Meanwhile, John is just blankly staring. I mean, he's seeing his whole future in this very match. John Cena's gone from WWE if Wade Barrett loses his match. It's already bad enough that John Cena has to wear that Nexus band on his forearm. Meanwhile, it's Barrett who's fighting back as he tosses Orton to the outside onto the floor. And Orton stares at Cena, but Cena had really no major emotion on his face, just a blank stare. There's so much blank misery in those eyes. And Barrett, he gave Cena this look, almost like he gave him like a dirty look, as if Cena did something wrong, when his facial expression hasn't changed since the beginning of this match. It's almost like Wade Barrett at this point, if John Cena isn't holding up pom-poms and cheering for him, it's like he doesn't even care. And Orton, who exploded out of the corner with a massive clothesline that takes down Wade Barrett. Nice turnaround for Orton, who comes down, dropping the knee onto the face of Barrett. And a second one. And that 2 count. And as tough as Randy Orton is, you've got a young guy like Wade Barrett. Another young guy. They're both young. They're hungry. But Randy Orton has more experience on this level. Randy Orton has been world champion time and time over. And it's going to be very tough to beat Randy Orton. However, what I will say is those shots from Wade Barrett starting to show that bare knuckle background of his. Wade Barrett is not a guy you want to mess with. Randy Orton, who's draped over. Wade Barrett distracting the ref. It was almost like he was giving Cena a chance to do something about it. And Wade Barrett is not happy. I think Wade Barrett should focus on the real task at hand, that being the champion. John Cena's he's letting the match go on. He's not getting involved. But Wade Barrett wants him to. You do something, I'm upset. You don't do something, I'm upset. It's like one of those situations. It's better to just blankly stare into the abyss and hope that whatever happens, happens. Meanwhile, it's Orton who finds himself in control right now. Orton has Barrett right where he wants him. But the thing for Cena is, as much as he doesn't want to see Barrett as champion, he doesn't want to lose his job either. Coming all this way to get rid of Nexus, to be caught in this position where you have to wear the Nexus band, and then Wade Barrett has John Cena's career in the palm of his hand. How much more humiliation can Cena take from this situation that he's been put in? He's been put in such a tough spot. And Orton nope. And Barrett countered Orton. Orton sent spine first into the steel steps. Barrett might not even need Cena to do anything about it. You can't really underestimate Barrett in a situation like this. And a kick out. And it's Barrett who's just pummeling away on Randy Orton. Randy Orton wants to be at the top, wants to stay at the top. That's been what it's about since day one. Randy Orton has been a legend killer. He's a viper, an apex predator. You don't want to be on the opposite of Randy Orton at any stage. Meanwhile, Barrett has Orton right where he wants him. And he gets the elbow. And the champion able to kick out at 2. Randy Orton stays in it. And there's a lot going on. You got to wonder for Cena, what's the right time to do what needs to be done? And then you look at it, the bigger question, what does need to be done in this situation? John Cena might finally crack. And you'd love to. I just want to see Wade Barrett get ripped to pieces. And there it is. Nice pump handle slam from Barrett. As Orton kicks at it too. Barrett, who's doing a really good job maintaining control. What if there is a world where Barrett does get the victory flat out? What does that do? What does that look like? A future where Wade Barrett is champion and didn't even need Cena's help. But you got to wonder, is this really the point where Cena, no matter what Wade Barrett tells him, no matter what's at stake, do you even want to help Wade Barrett, even if your career's at stake? And Wade Barrett went for the cover, but Orton kicked at it too. Orton, the last few minutes, been struggling to get some momentum. Trying to keep the Viper grounded is Barrett. This is a good strategy if you're Barrett. Keep Orton low to the ground. Because once Orton gets going, it's almost impossible to stop him. Orton trying to push back, trying to fight against the resistance that Barrett is putting on. And Orton breaks free. Wade Barrett looking for another pump handle slam. Orton this time able to counter now some rights. But a shot to the midsection. What a beautiful drop kick from Randy Orton. And Orton seemingly starting to pick up some momentum. This could be a big opportunity for Randy Orton. This is exactly where Randy Orton wants to be. Exactly where he wants Barrett, but Barrett able to counter. Meanwhile, the referee's been knocked down. And Barrett, who got the clothesline, able to take down Orton. Barrett, who's ordering Cena to get up on the apron. Orton, who countered, sent Cena off the apron. Orton got that backbreaker on Barrett. Oh, come on. And here comes the Nexus as they go after Randy Orton. And now it's Slater, Gabriel, and Otunga who pummel away on Randy Orton. And now Barrett joins the pack of wild dogs. They can sense that the end could be near for Randy Orton, that the WWE Championship could be stolen. Orton is absolutely helpless. Here comes Cena, who goes after Nexus. RKO to Slater. Gabriel. Cena said if you get disqualified, you lose. I mean, that's one way to take out the Nexus to make sure that Wade Barrett didn't get disqualified. But it might be too late because Randy Orton could be on his way to the wasteland. And Orton with a clothesline and another one. Orton, who's firing up, who's going to that place. Uh-oh. This is not where you want to be if you're Barrett. The Viper, WWE's Apex Predator. And that's vintage Randy Orton. A Viper is about to strike. Cena after Barrett. I mean, technically Barrett wins the match via disqualification. He won the match. Put an RKO to Cena because Randy Orton doesn't have friends. Very clever way to keep your job and take out the person who's been controlling your life for quite some time. Nonetheless, Randy Orton leaves bragging rights as still the WWE champion. You gotta wonder, after what we just witnessed, what's next?